We're continuing on with Hawkins, an inquiry into the nature and principles of Thoroughbass on a new plan, London, 1817. Chords not to be counted upwards when their true nature and proportions are considered. It is true that the writers on Thoroughbass always direct the notes related to the bass note to be counted upwards. But to this they seem to have been, in some measure, compelled by the circumstance that no characters have as yet been discovered to show when the computation by which the connection of the two notes is ascertained is to be upwards or downwards. This mode of reckoning is, however, attended with great inconvenience, because the proportion of the relation is thus wholly lost in it. For, in thus reckoning or counting forwards, till the note wanted occurs in the scale, it will be found designated by a numerical figure which does not correspond with its natural relation. For instance, the chord 2, 4, 6, which is actually the inversion of 3, 5, 7, or the dissonant chord. Reckoning forwards gives no idea of the real fact that this is no more than the discordant chord reversed, computing backwards from the octave above. So 2, 4, 6, which is the same as computing forwards 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, giving us the same chord. So computing backwards from the octave above instead of upwards from the bass note, which is this or the octave of the bass note. And that consequently the sixth, counting down, is 1/3 from the octave. The fourth, 2/3. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which we count down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which makes it a fifth to the bass note, or octave, a third to the third, and a fifth to the second. And the second is 3/3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which makes it a fifth to the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a third to the fifth. So those are the relations of all those notes to one another. Chords of how many varieties capable? Chords, consisting as they do of 3 terms, are evidently capable of several changes of position according as the notes are counted upwards or downwards, and by omitting one of the proportions and repeating another in its stead, a still further variety may be produced. For instance, the common chord 3, 5, 8 may be transposed in the following way by placing the 8th backwards. How so? 3, 5, 8. So the 8th backwards, let's go backwards. So we have that instead of that. We can put the 5th backwards. So the 5th is, if we go backwards, we have the 5th on F, 3, 4, 8. Not a chord you'd want to play too often. The 3rd backwards, which puts it at 6, 6, 5, 8. The 5th and 8th backwards. So let's go backwards to the 5th. We take the 8th backwards. And the 3rd. That is the chord. The 3rd backwards. The 5th backwards. Giving us plus 8. The 3rd and 8th backwards. So that's the 3rd backward, the 8th backward, and all 3 backwards.